guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a Q&A video with you. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. First of all, this Q&A video has been a long time coming. I actually did post like for questions in January and I'm only getting around to it, so I'm really sorry about that, but you know, better late than never. So here I am answering your questions. So the very first question is actually from The Closet by Connor. Hi Connor, I hope you had an amazing trip to Paris. I can't wait to see your videos and what you picked up. But Connor asks 3 bags that will never leave you and 3 you'll move on. I'm gonna be absolutely honest and tell you I've not seen these questions up till now, so I have no preparation whatsoever at the moment, so it's just gonna be from the top of my head. So 3 bags that will never leave me. The first one is definitely my Birkin 25. I feel like I will never ever let that bag go. Like, it is my absolute like holy grail bag at the moment. I'm not entirely sure if it will be my holy grail like 10 years, 20 years down the road, but I really think that it's gonna be a bag that I'll keep forever. So that's the first bag. Then second bag, let me think. I feel like the second bag will definitely be my Chanel Pearl bag, simply because I am so in love with that bag. Had a lot of story behind it that I've not shared on the internet, but I just really adore that bag so much. I know I don't use it very often, but it's definitely like a bag that makes my heart sing every single time I see it. So that will be the second bag at the moment. I will never ever leave my freaking collection, I feel like. Then the third bag, oh my god, this is so difficult because like I have so many bags. Let me just take a look at my bag list, okay? Because like I have a whole list of bags at the moment. Third bag, let me see. Oh my god guys, this is way too hard. I feel like I can't do this, but anyway, I feel like it's gonna be a toss-up between my Chanel vintage flat, like the vintage flat bag that I have from Chanel in the small size, in like the 24K gold plated hardware in the black color. I really like that bag as well, and simply because it's a classic bag, I feel like it's a toss-up between that and something that you wouldn't necessarily think I would keep. The other one that I feel like I might keep is the Olympia Le Tan Van Gogh bag that I have. I've talked about this bag countless of times on my channel. I feel like it looks like a book. So if you're not heard of Olympia Le Tan, they do like book bags, and I feel like I keep that because I used to be an art major, and every time I see that bag, it kind of reminds me of like my past, like what I've been learning so far like in school. So I just really adore that bag as well. So I feel like it's a toss-up between these two. I think that even if I don't use the Van Gogh bag that much, it's like more of like a decorative piece for me, as like a sentimental piece, if you get what I mean. So I might keep that. And then 3 that I will move on. Oh my god, I have actually a lot of bags that I will move on. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I am very hesitant to do like a huge bag collection, simply because I have too many bags, and the logistics of doing that is like something that I don't want to think about. And then they are in 2 different spaces at the moment, so I honestly feel like I will consider moving on some bags the moment I've done that video, which I don't know when it's gonna be. But I have a lot of like vintage bags, so if I were to move on anything, I feel like I will move on from there. But I don't think that's something that you necessarily want to know if I will move on, like, because they are vintage bags. But I really adore my vintage bags, I must say. Other than the vintage bags, I feel like I will move on the Prada like a terry bag. I have this Prada terry bag. I really like it because it's super malleable, and like I just like carrying it out, but I feel like the logo is really in your face. So that's the first bag that I'm definitely going to move on. The second bag that I feel like I will move on, sadly, is my Givenchy Antigona bag. Oh my god, I freaking love that bag, okay? It was definitely like an era of like time that I was using that bag, because it came in like the black mock crop, came in like gold hardware. For a long period of time I was hunting for a gold hardware bag because I feel like in the past the Antigonas all came with like silver hardware, so I really like that bag. When I first joined this line, I was using that bag a lot, but it was also really heavy. It was such a heavy bag, so I feel like if I had to move on, that will be the second bag that I might think about moving on. And then the third bag is definitely the Fendi Peekaboo bag. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I have the Fendi Peekaboo in the medium size with like the tortoise shell lining as well, and it came in like this taupey color, which I really love. The only reason why I feel like I will think about moving this on is simply because if I get my Kelly 25, I feel like there isn't really a necessity to keep this in my collection. And in all honesty, I'm also not really using that bag much. I find it a bit cumbersome. I didn't really like the fact that there are 2 compartments in the Peekaboo. Like, I'm not entirely sure why people like the Peekaboos to begin with, because I find the dual compartments, I can see the appeal to that, but I just find it a big hassle to begin with. So I might think about moving that bag on. So that's the 3 bags that I'll keep and the 3 bags that I'm gonna be moving on. And then Missy Bean Kurt also asked, if you could only keep 5 bags, which would you keep? So I've already listed 3 bags previously. Let me think about the other 2 bags, okay? Okay, I feel like this question is slightly different because like Connor's question is asking if it'll never leave me. So if I'm old and grey, whether it'll still be in my collection. But I feel like at the moment, right now, if I were to only keep 5 bags, then it's gonna make it slightly different, if you get what I mean. So I'm just gonna pick 5 bags from the top of my head for this question. So the first one is still the same, it's definitely the Birkin 25. The second bag will definitely still be the Chanel Pearl bag because I simply adore that bag so much. I think the third bag is going to be my Goyard Anjou bag because I use that bag a whole ton. It's like my everyday go-to bag, so I will definitely keep that bag. And then the 4th one, I want to keep my Miu Miu pocket bag because I adore that bag so freaking much. Like, I'm definitely gonna keep that bag. The 5th one, oh my god, 5th bag. I feel like the 5th bag I will keep my Celine Ava, because like I am a huge Celine Ava fan, so that is definitely the next bag that I will keep. So these are the 5 bags that I will keep in my collection at the moment. And then Sarah Yo actually asked how I maintain my luxury items. So I would say that I'm not extremely meticulous. You know, there are some people who are very meticulous with taking care of their bags. Like every day they make sure their sangles are kept in, make sure it's stuffed, make sure it's like, you know, like put stickers everywhere to protect the bags, put it in the dust bag, put it in the box, put it in a certain like position. I feel like I do take care of my bags, but just not to that extent because it's so much work. And also because I rotate my bags quite a lot, so I honestly think it's quite a hassle for me to do that every single day after I come back. I just simply have no time for it. So as much as possible, I try to keep them like standing up, and if I can, I'll put them in like dust bags. If not, I'll actually try to put them away from the sun. I put them on a shelf so that, you know, like I can tell from each bag easily. If I have bags with studs, such as my Valentino rock stud bag, I will not put it right beside a bag that is leather that you can imprint on it. So I put my Valentino rock stud bag into its dust bag, and then I make sure I put it beside a bag that is in like a paper bag itself so that it doesn't imprint on it. So these are the kind of few things that I kind of like take note when I'm taking care of my bags. I don't put them squashed together. I don't just stuff them anywhere as well. Some of the things that I do to keep my bags like clean, and if there are white bags, I definitely put them in like dust bags. I try to stuff them as much as possible with a cloth. I do stuff some bags with tissue still, and like honestly my dust bags are like all over the place because like I don't really keep them in order. So sometimes I do have like my Celine bags in like Givenchy dust bags, or like Chloe bags in like Prada dust bags, you get what I mean? So they're all over the shop, but as much as possible I try to put them in order you know, it's just I'm not very organized with that, I must say. Yes, that's how I maintain my luxury items. Like if they grow mold, which I've spoken about in like previous video, I actually went to get my mold taken out and like cleaned like professionally by this girl. So some of the things that I will do, but other than that, I wouldn't say I'm the most meticulous person out there. So that's that. I also have a question from Raina. Hey, what are your goals and dreams for 2025? I mean, it's coming to the end of the first quarter of 2025, so I should have done this a long time ago. I wanted to do a video talking about like my goals and dreams in 2025, but I never gotten around to it. But I did do like my vision board for 2025. If I can, I will show it on this like screen over here. But these are all like my goals and dreams for this year. A lot of them are like bags that I want to get. Other than that, I also wrote there staying healthy, so I want to be a bit more diligent with taking my supplements because I'm not super diligent with it. I want to get into fitness. I mean, I've not really been exercising all that much this like past quarter as well. I really should get into it, so I will be a little bit more consistent in the second quarter moving on. Staying fit is one thing, staying healthy. And then I also want to speak better Korean, so I'm actually taking up Korean lessons at the moment and I'm quite enjoying it. It's once a week. I honestly think it's a little bit too slow, but it was either once a week or like 3 times a week, and I feel like I couldn't handle 3 times a week, so I decided to just do the once a week. I decided to start from the beginner, which I could have started like beginner 2 instead of just doing beginner 1, because I took a placement test and actually passed that test for some goddamn reason. So but yeah, I just thought like, you know, I'll just start from the start from scratch. So yeah, I want to be able to speak better Korean and like brush up on my Korean this year. And I also have like some travel stuff there. I want to go to Perth. I believe we're going to Perth in August, so I want to visit the pink sea or the pink beach or whatever it's called. And yeah, I spent a lot more time traveling. I have been traveling quite a bit this year simply because I can travel at a cheaper cost right now because of perks. But yeah, I just want to travel a little bit more and spend my money traveling and making experiences. So that's that. And then oh my god, I spelled content wrongly. This is ridiculous. Yeah, here says say no to toxic people. I don't want, feel like I need to kind of like streamline my energy to people that I want to spend energy on these days. I don't want to keep people who are toxic in my life anymore, or like just rather spend less time with them, if you get what I mean. So I want to focus on people that I want to spend my energy on. I mean, it's something I've been doing ever since I was young, but I feel like as I grow older, I become a little bit more stingy with my time. I feel like time these days are really like so rare because like everyone's working, everyone's busy. But whenever I'm with someone, I want to give them 150% of my energy. So I feel like I just can't spend energy on people that I don't really want to spend time with anymore. So that's that. And then obviously work goals, and then YouTube goals. I put a YouTube like plaque over there. So I feel like for this channel, the first main goal I want to get to is to 10k subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to this channel so that you can see more videos from me as well. So that's one goal of mine. So yes, these are like my goals and dreams for this year, I believe. Like, is there any other goals? Maybe like long-term goals that are between me and like my boyfriend. So that's that. And then question from Dani. Hi Amelia, would you ever go full-time on YouTube? Why or why not? The clear-cut answer to this is no. I feel like I will never go full-time on YouTube. Like ever, I feel, because I really adore my current job. I honestly do not think I will ever leave my job. Maybe when I get older, I will taper, you know, it down to like servicing like my clients and all that. But I don't think I will ever leave this job to begin with, even if I'm doing YouTube. And I just think that sometimes for YouTube, it's a creative outlet, right? I don't want it to become like work such that I kind of like dread doing it, if you get what I mean. Because honestly, a lot of work goes into creating videos, into editing videos, into posting videos as well. I do enjoy it to a really large extent, which is why I'm doing it, but it definitely takes a lot of time out of my day just to do this. So I think the straight up answer is no. But I mean, if I were to reach like, I don't think it will ever happen, but if I were to reach like 1 million subscribers, I would reconsider it, you know, like, so maybe then I'll go full-time, but I don't think it will ever happen. And then the last question is from Joy Love C. Hi Amelia, you're pretty well traveled. If there's a place that you'll consider moving to, perhaps for a few years, where would it be? I feel like people have asked me this before because they always see me living abroad and not in Singapore for a long period of time. And honestly, if I hadn't been in this job, because my job requires me to be based in Singapore, so if I don't have this job, I honestly really would consider like moving abroad. Something that I really kind of like regret to this day. I don't think it's a regret, but it's something that I wasn't given the opportunity to, was to do an exchange overseas. So a lot of the universities in Singapore do offer like exchange programs. I have a lot of friends who went overseas to do exchange programs, or even went overseas like to Australia, Melbourne to study, like to London, to New York. Which is why when I was younger, I actually traveled quite a bit, because like I could stay with my friends, so like my accom was kind of like subsidized, you get what I mean. So that's why I was traveling a lot when I was younger. Like everyone was like wondering why is she traveling so much, but because like my account was free. So, or rather, obviously I treated them to like meals and such, but like I really saved a lot on account last time because I have friends all over the world. So that was like another thing. Because I went to LaSalle to do arts management, I didn't really get a chance to like study abroad, to live abroad, which is something that I would completely love doing. I was actually honestly quite close to going to Parsons School of Design in New York. I actually put in an application for it. I think I was accepted. I can't even recall if I was accepted or not to begin with. But I didn't go in the end. I really wanted to go at that point of time because I was feeling a little bit stuck in Singapore, and this was like when I was like 21, 22, 23, I can't remember when, but I was feeling a bit stuck and there were things happening at home that I wanted to escape from. So that's why I put in an application, because I just really wanted to get away, and I wanted to experience staying abroad. I wanted to, you know, and New York at that point of time, I went 3 times. I really loved New York, so I wanted to go somewhere there, but it was really expensive, and I feel like I didn't manage to get a scholarship for it. If I had gotten a scholarship for it, I would have totally gone for it, but I didn't. And now on the hindsight, thinking back, maybe it wasn't such a great idea. Like, I was quite glad I didn't go in the end, because I felt like I wouldn't have pursued something in like design in the first place. It was merely just to get out of Singapore, I feel like, and it was not a good enough reason to spend that much money on like a university just to get out of Singapore, if you get what I mean. So on hindsight, I was quite glad I didn't do it, but other than that, I was, I know, like kind of like a little bit pinchy. It's a pinchy feeling. Like, I don't regret a lot of things that I've chosen and done in my life, but this is definitely an avenue that I felt like will pinch to my heart till the day I die, that I didn't get to live abroad, you know, or travel abroad, like to somewhere far off, and I live on my own, because I felt like I would have really looked back upon it when I am much older and, you know, really kind of relish the moments there. So I don't really think I will get another opportunity to do that. I mean, I know that it is always a choice, but I feel like my current choice is to stay here and continue with my work. So that is another choice that I am like sacrificing this for. So that's that. If I have an opportunity to move to another country, I feel like I would move to, I mean, back then it was New York, right? And then now the US scene is like so messy. I feel like maybe not not New York. I feel like I wouldn't mind staying in Melbourne actually. Like Melbourne would be a city. I also feel like I would really love it in Korea. Like I can see myself living there, like maybe not for long because like the Korean beauty standards are so high, but I feel like I would just enjoy the vibe over there. I also feel like I would enjoy the vibe in a European country, so I feel like somewhere in France would be great. I would really like staying in like Paris actually, but you know, then it will take out the fun of like visiting there in a sense. So yes, I feel like somewhere city will be good for me, but not too far from like somewhere country that I can travel to on the weekend will be the most ideal for me. So I think maybe Melbourne, maybe because like I can travel out, maybe in Paris or somewhere in France where I can go like just take the train out somewhere, or even to, where did I say, Korea. Yeah, Korea is also a good choice. So I feel like these 3 countries at the moment. I'm not entirely sure, but somewhere with 4 seasons. Yeah, you know, like I really love winter and autumn, so anywhere with like 4 seasons is like a great idea for me. So yes, these are the questions that I received so far for Q&A. So I'm going to be like, you know, here and there sporadically like posting questions for like Q&A. So if you want to send me a question, you can actually just send it to me on Instagram, or like I will post it on like my YouTube channel as well, community page, so you can answer it over there as well. So I've come to the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll love you, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in my next video.